Moving on in the Legends of Cardiff series, Legends of South Wales, prominent figures that I, Del Boy Diablo, have come to know or know of, and it's time for me to spread it to all you out there in television land. You see, Diablo TV, like, subscribe, do things both, do to edify your mind. And we're gonna go into the underground, so to speak. We're gonna go subterranean, we're gonna go below the surface, street culture, where not everybody can go. When you talk about hip-hop, you talk about graffiti. Yeah, you're gonna talk about American gangs. And when it goes to that particular element, graffiti writers, graffiti crews plays an instrumental role, being one of the 5 elements of hip-hop, according to Africa Bambaataa, Zulu Nation. So I'm Zulu chapter 3. Now, is Zulu a gang? The Zulu hip-hop movement? I'll leave that for y'all to figure out. But, you know, Zulus are cousins of Latin kings, and, you know, so whatever you want to call it, it's hip-hop. And Africa Bambaataa and Zulu Nation invented hip-hop. And he formulated and unified the cultures of MCing, on top of DJing, b-boying, being breakdancing, and graffiti writing, and the 5th element being the philosophies or the fashion or the gangsters, or depending on depending on your interpretation. And KRS-One expanded it later, but that initial blueprint of hip-hop, Bambaataa went to South Wales and spread it. You feel me? So then the Godfather, the king of South Wales graffiti, of Cardiff graffiti scene, and that means a lot of different street stuff associated with that in music and hip-hop. King CESTO, my mate, top guy, love that guy. Looked after me, he got me management, he did everything he possibly could for me, but that's a great guy. And if you don't know who I'm talking about, if you watch on the Central Club podcast, if you watch the documentary, it's a bit of a stupid title, but it's a documentary they did on me walking around Cardiff, yeah. And it's called American Hooligan Derek Diablo meets a real hooligan, or something like that. It was a stupid title because I'm already in a firm from another city, and I know loads of lads already. Anyway, but leave it to him. He's not exactly the sharpest knife in the drawer, so to speak. This baby Huey twat, this Colin chap. So the thing about it is, we're walking around. You know, so CESTO's there. We filmed a podcast. It was in CESTO's warehouse. So, you know, these 2 guys are not in hooligan scene. They know hooligans, but whereas CESTO's known as a boy, as a chap. He's been all around UK, knows street guys everywhere. He knows people here. He's in the graffiti crew that has chapters here, and in New York City and in Miami. He knows people here, bro. He knows lads all over UK. And he's the real deal. He's a genuine article. And I know a lot of people that know him, and I can see what's up. So you got him, basically. So the hooliganism brought me there to Cardiff, yeah, and the football, and then meeting people, and then other just lads and valleys and everything like that. But then the CESTO brought me in the graffiti scene. So unfortunately for Cullen, as we'll see in time to come, I predict. But basically, after I left last year, just November, and it was CESTO he brought to be in the documentary. We filmed the whole segment of the graffiti wall, learned the whole history of the Welsh graffiti. And he's the first one who told me the real king, the king of kings. Rest in peace, gone but not forgotten. It's called Skroe, S-K-R-O-E. And I'm gonna learn how to write graffiti under CESTO. I never let nobody teach me before. I do my own skinhead graffiti, but I want to learn wild style, proper graffiti, and the Welsh is second to none. I've been everywhere. Miami, most painted city, Wynwood. I've been New York City, Philadelphia, Oakland. I know people in graffiti scene. You feel me? I've been around, champ. So these guys, their scene is second to none. I'm gonna give respect. You got all the crews out there. He's in the WG, the wrong guys. You got ASR, boys in the Kenzie. Anyway, so. It was a man, Lloyd Harvey. Where you at? Cardiff Youth. So anyway, yeah, man, this is only the tip of the iceberg. But those 2 guys fell out. Why? Because Cullen, and the thing is, they threw a party for me. Here's how you know Cullen is soft, right? Because they throw a party for me, the Soul Crew does, before the Wigan match, at my mate Thorny at his place, and it happens to be next door to Kesto's place where we filmed the initial podcast. Only problem is, now Cullen's going to document me for a week. But we'll come to my party. They're throwing a party in my honor. There's going to be kids there. And why he won't go is because Kesto's going to be there, because Kesto's next door. But he talked all this stuff about Kesto. He said that Kesto copied him. Oh, why'd you fall out? Oh, because, the only reason he was letting me do the podcast in there is because he was trying to steal my ideas, and he's just kind of copied me this year. I'm like, okay, whatever. I'm thinking to myself, it's not really that complicated what you're doing, bro. The camera, you're asking people questions. Is it that sophisticated? Like he can't figure it out on his own? It's his place, champ. The graffiti place. He teaches people graffiti. The guy's loads of DJs. And now the thing is that this Cullen presents himself to me like he's a big man of the grime rapping. Brap, brap, Has ever even seen a gun? Brap, brap. He does it. He go like this all the time or whatever. And he says, oh, he's a grime rapper. But he's a junkie. And he was, a year and a half ago, he was my fan in prison from heroin, spending what? He makes videos about, so I spent, they have a Lad Bible about him, I spent $200,000 on heroin. Your dad's money. He's a loser. And his dad is investing all this money there in the podcast. So whatever. I don't want nothing bad to happen to his podcast because it has friends of mine on it. So use him. I use him. You know what I mean? He's a jabroni. I'm not friends with him. But I don't care nothing about that cat. He threatened me. He threatened my girl. And you say all that. I still got the emails and everything. Yeah, you say all that. That Cullen and Kesto knows this. Man, I know where he work. I don't dox people. I don't believe in that. In Florida, anti-racist skin is. I don't believe in that. I was the leader. I don't believe in that. So I ain't finna tell nobody, and I didn't tell anybody where he works. Some people already know. But in downtown, in center, not far from the castle, they work two different places. Both of them got upstairs where his office type of place where you could look down the glass. I used to go there every day. I go there around the time that I know he's gonna be there, coming in and out of work. I know his schedule. I'm looking up there all the time, by myself, outside of his work. He threatened me, threatened my girl. It's easy to do on the internet or easy to do in a message, champ. Here I am, bro. You're 3 times my size. I'm unarmed. I'm by myself. Yeah, I'm Soul Crew and I'm down with Soul Crew, but the problem between me and you is me and you. And I went every day. I used to go every day. I figured I'd see him sooner or later. And I'm walking around, people taking pictures with me. I'm standing there, and some of his friends, I see his friends. And he said, oh, you divided my community against me. People I know my whole life. Yeah, but they don't like you. You have no respect. So it comes a question, Kesto, and this is going to go on further. Maybe that Kesto will make his own podcast. It would be better than the Central Club podcast. Because this idea about a left versus right boxing match or debate, obviously was set up for a boxing match. He had a ring there, trying to get me to Fight Stars podcast for free, so he could make the money. But they took that idea from Kesto, because there's a drag queen called Alex Reed that's in the Cardiff area and is a fighter and hates Tommy Robinson, and Kesto hates Tommy Robinson, that Yaxley boy, that sissy, that fascist, that racist, whatever you want to call him. You know what I mean? He got no business being in Wales, bro. Anybody who's bringing him there is allied with him. And Kesto hates him, and Kesto's part of the street, and obviously, Ivy blacks and everybody else hates him. Maybe he got some black friends, whatever. Adolf Hitler had Muslim divisions. Muslim division and black division. So it doesn't mean that a Nazi or a fascist can't have a black friend. But leave it at that for now. But there's another fight out there brewing, which is Alex Reed, drag queen, versus the Cardiff drag queen versus Tommy Robinson, leader of the EDL. So he obviously he's scared to fight me. They said it's not a real fight. People told me that this fight's not going to happen. They're not going to approve it. But let's see if they'll approve a drag queen against Tommy Robinson. I don't know that he'll do it, but a drag king will whip him too, and that's Kesto's friend. So it was Kesto's idea to have a left versus right debate and a boxing match. He told that idea to Cullen, and Cullen did it with me. Cullen stole his idea. Is it intellectual property theft? Maybe, because Cullen told it to me. I don't care nothing about no lawsuits and police and that. I wind the cunt up. Cullen's going around telling people, so you suing Cullen then? I'm winding him up. He prepared for it because I can sue him, take everything from him and his family, but I don't care nothing about them. I'm worried about my own stuff, champ. I'm in Miami, baby. Spring bait. I'm laughing about that stuff over there, but I'm gonna keep squeezing it because he's squeezing it, and I'm the other side of it. King Cesto. Rest in peace to Scroll. Long live the king.